Working in a bank in Nigeria can sometimes be a big flex, especially when you're a relationship manager working with high profile clients. You get to mingle with the rich and mighty and let their bank account balance inspire you. After seeing the kind of money people have in this Lagos, I decided I was never going to marry a broke man. I cannot come and suffer. One of my colleagues, Kunle, was seriously on my matter. He was head over heels crazy about me. Nice guy with good morals, and he always gave me clients to help me meet my targets. But there was just one problem. Kunle did not have a car. Now, before you judge me, calm down. Do you know what it means to date a man without a car in Lagos? Sun will humble you, rain will insult you, Okada will nearly jam your leg while you're waiting for bus. Love is sweet, but poverty is not cute, I beg. So when Kunle asked me out, even though he had good potential, I said no, because no be potential we go chop. As God will have it, one day, this fine man walked into the bank. Let me not lie. The first thing I noticed was not his face, it was his presence. You know, when somebody enters a place and he moves with one kind of boss like aura, oozing of confidence, that was him. Tall, clean, suit sitting on his body like it paid rent there. And the perfume, ha! The perfume was like John the Baptist. It announced his presence even before he arrived. He walked up to one of the counters, looking mildly irritated. Excuse me, he said. I need to make a complaint. Was just passing when one of the tellers flagged me to help him. I directed him to customer service and asked him to sit. Someone will attend to you shortly. Thank you, he said. I should have just smiled and gone back to my desk like a serious banker, but I stayed around and made small talk. I just relocated from the UK, he said casually. When I asked him what he needed help with, I'm setting up a business here. A few minutes later, his issue was resolved. He stood up, adjusted his seat, then looked at me again. Thank you for your help. You're welcome, I said. He hesitated at first, then asked for my number. I quickly looked around to check that no one was watching. Sharp, sharp, I collected his phone and tapped my number like I was entering an exam answer. Before invigilator comes, here, I said, handing it back. Thank you, he said. I'll call you tonight. As he walked out, I watched him through the glass doors. I saw him walk towards a black Prado. He unlocked it, entered, and drove off smoothly like somebody that has never argued with conductor in his life. Now we are talking, I said to myself, smiling. That night, he called. We spoke for almost an hour. Got to know his name was Tunde, businessman who lived in the UK for years, just moved back to explore opportunities. He stayed in a rented apartment on the island. Within 2 weeks, we started dating officially. Sometimes I would just be sitting in the office, staring at my system, but my mind is already in Heathrow Airport, imagining myself dragging two big buses. Weekends became our thing. I spent most weekends at his place. We didn't see as often on weekdays because of work. I cooked, cleaned, did laundry, basically did everything to show this guy that I was wife material. But this is the part where I use my brain. You know this popular saying, why buy the cow when the milk is free? I made a decision that I would give him everything except because of milk. Do you know that most adults are lactose tolerant? Lactose intolerance is when your body has trouble digesting lactose, the natural sugar found in milk and dairy food. Food made from milk like ice cream, yogurt, butter. It happens when your body doesn't produce enough of an enzyme called lactase, which is needed to break down lactose. I don't believe in it, I'll say something. Not before marriage. Then I'll ask more icing on top. I respect myself too much. He would lean back looking disappointed. Okay, I understand. Inside my head, I'm thinking, yes, you will understand. You will marry me. And this became our pattern every weekend. We continued like that for 3 full months, 3 months of premium girlfriend experience with restricted access. But he was patient. He never pressured me into sleeping with him. Sometimes I would even look at him and feel proud. See my man, discipline and focus. One Saturday evening, I'd gone over to Tunde's place like every other weekend, but something felt different. The house was quieter than usual and it was suspiciously neat. Even the air freshener was doing overtime. Sunday, I called, dropping my bag, but there was no answer. I checked the living room and kitchen, but he wasn't there. My heart started doing small bing. Don't tell me this man has traveled without telling me you. Then I walked into the bedroom. I froze. There were candles everywhere. Rose petals, soft music playing from somewhere I couldn't see. Before I could process it, he stepped out from the walk-in closet, walking towards me slowly. He took my hands, led me to the center of the room, and started his speech. In the short time I've known you, you've brought me peace I didn't know I needed. He continued his long speech that I can't even remember and ended with, I don't want to do life without you. Before I could see anything, This man went on one knee and brought out a ring. Will you marry me? Of course, I said yes. We went to my house the following weekend to see my parents. My parents were welcoming. My dad was forming small hard guy initially, asking plenty questions, but he loosened up eventually. When he asked about Tunde's parents, he explained that he lost his parents a few years ago and all the siblings were based in the UK. Then Tunde took the discussion to the next level. So I was thinking we could have a small traditional wedding next month, just something intimate. I was nodding like lizard drinking water. Then in December, when everyone in my family can travel, we'll have the white wedding properly. My father didn't seem to like the arrangement. He cleared the truth. I don't believe in separating traditional and white wedding with such a long gap in continent. It's either we do both together in December or we do both now. December, okay. No, I did not like the arrangement that my father was proposing. Let me not lie. Holding body for 3 months was already Olympic level discipline. How much longer do you people want me to be strong? I looked at Tunde. He looked calm. Sir, I understand your concern, he said respectfully, but I would prefer we do the traditional wedding soon. After plenty back and forth, we reached a compromise. We agreed to do both weddings immediately, and Tunde's family in the UK would attend the white wedding virtually on Zoom. Honestly, I did not care. As far as I was concerned, everything was aligning perfectly. The traditional wedding was small and intimate. Tunde came with his people, his best friend Mayowa, and two elders, a man and a woman. The man who he introduced as his uncle represented the head of his family. All the traditional rites were performed and we were traditionally married. That night, I didn't go back to my parents' house. I followed my husband home. You're my wife now, Tunde said. Later that night, as he pulled me closer and kissed me, all those boundaries I had been guiding like security guard immediately expired. Let me not come and be writing full details here. Just know that night was not for the weak. Tunde finished the life out of me. He didn't stop there. Oh. For the next 7 days leading to the white wedding, it was like he was trying to recover lost time with interest. Morning, afternoon, night. This man was on a full-time knacking mission. The night before my white wedding, I checked into a hotel with my bridesmaid while Tunde and his friends were to leave from his apartment. The morning of the wedding came so fast. By 6 a.m., makeup artists had arrived. 7 a.m., hair was done. By 9:45 a.m., we were ready to move. By 10:15 a.m., we pulled up at the church. Cars were already lined up. Guests were already seated. We were a few minutes late. I adjusted my veil, took a deep breath, and walked into the church. But as I entered, something felt off. I looked towards the altar. Tunde wasn't there. I figured he was probably inside the pastor's office or changing room. I turned to Amaka, my maid of honor. Where is Tunde? She frowned. He should be here now. One of the ushers came to meet us at the entrance. Good morning, ma. Please call the groom. He is not here yet. Not here yet. Call Tunde, I said to Amaka. Amaka was already dialing. Then she found switched off. I snatched my own phone from her and dialed him. The number you're calling is not available. I tried again. Still not available. By this time, guests were already looking towards the entrance, wondering what was going on. Call his best man Mayowa, I said to Amaka. She scrolled, found his number and called. It rang once, then became unavailable. By this time, it was already 10:45 a.m. The keyboardist started playing random songs to fill the silence. I stepped out of the church. My bridesmaids surrounded me, trying to shield me from prying eyes. My parents came to meet me. Both of them tried to reach Tunde, but both he and his best man remained unreachable. Don't worry, my mom whispered. Everything is fine. But everything was not fine. It was obvious. It was already 1.5 hours past the time our wedding ceremony should have started, and Tunde had not shown up.